Can you use mouse and keyboard on your PlayStation 5 for games that specifically block mouse and keyboard? Games such as Rainbow Six Siege. Well, we're gonna find out today. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. We've done mouse and keyboard reviews already using devices just like this. This is the Besavior U5 Dongle, and this device has been specifically designed to unlock mouse and keyboard on your PlayStation 5 for games that don't specifically allow you to use mouse and keyboard on your PlayStation 5. Now, in a different video, I used this and I played games such as Fortnite and Call of Duty. And a lot of you said, well, that game already supports mouse and keyboard. Now, if you watch a little bit closer, you will notice that I was actually using mouse and keyboard, but the system thought I was using a controller, which allows you to run full aim assist while using the precision of a mouse. Now, this can be an unfair advantage, and I wrongly came to the conclusion that the entire purpose of something like this, the Besavior U5 Dongle, is strictly to allow cheaters to cheat in a way that isn't quite cheating but still is kind of cheating. And in the comments, people said, what about Rainbow Six Siege? Now that is a game that is a first-person shooter, you play it on console, but it does not allow mouse and keyboard on the game. Will this unlock mouse and keyboard? And what about the mousetrap, which is Ubisoft's attempt to try to block people who are using mouse and keyboard with devices such as this on a game that they didn't want people using mouse and keyboard on? So there's a lot of questions, and quite frankly, I don't know the answer because I just barely downloaded Rainbow Six Siege just to try it out. So we're gonna find out together. I think that I'm going to show you how to use the mouse and keyboard on Rainbow Six Siege using the Besavior U5 Dongle. But I don't know. We're going to truck on here and we're going to find out. But before we can test mouse and keyboard, we need to have a mouse and a keyboard. And that's where this comes in. This is a 3-in-1 gaming keyboard. What does it say? Gaming keyboard and mouse pad, 3-in-1. But this comes with an additional accessory, which is a special dongle that is specifically designed to use mouse and keyboard on a console such as your PlayStation 5, also PlayStation 3, 4, Xbox Series S, and Series X. It supposedly does it all. Now, why am I going to use this device? Well, quite frankly, the device I used in the other video, I had no use for it. I sent it back. I don't have it anymore. So this was actually a full package that comes with the adapter and the mouse and the keyboard for the same price as a very inexpensive adapter. Now this is not as good as like the Xim Matrix, but it's significantly cheaper. So all of you Xim folks who are sitting here watching this video saying, does it work on Xim? Well, if it works on this, then it will work on Xim, but I still don't know if it works on this. Let's see what comes in this box first. I want to do some tests on this mouse just to see what kind of polling rate that it gets, and then we'll hook everything up to the PlayStation 5. So there's a lot to do here, but it all starts with a quick unboxing. Now, I didn't even look in this at all. This is brand new, it just got here today. So here we go. There's a manual for the adapter that I was just telling you about, the G6L converter operating manual. Now this is scary. I'm already worried about this. Holy, I have no idea. I don't know. That's in Chinese. I think that's in English. No, that's Spanish. These instructions are awful. I'm gonna plug it in and hope it works. Okay, so that's the dongle. That's actually bigger than I thought it would be. So is that a button? That is a button. Excellent. Anyway, so on the side here, there's a USB-C port. That's gonna be used to plug it into the PlayStation 5. And then along the front here, there's 3 USB-A ports. The one on this side here has a controller, a picture of a controller on it. So that's what we're gonna plug our controller into. And then you got keyboard and mouse. You can plug those into there. So this one, I don't know, it might support macros and stuff like that. Honestly, I do not know. Here's the mouse pad that it came with, which I'm not gonna use because I got a better one. It came with a USB-C cable, which is excellent. Put that over there. And then it's got another box here, which has presumably my keyboard and my mouse in it. So let's open this up. We'll start on this side here. Now this does have a wired option and a wireless option. Now I bought the wired option. It's a little bit cheaper, but I also bought the wireless option because I didn't want to add complexity into this. So once you start adding wireless dongles and stuff, especially for you guys at home, it becomes confusing what exactly you're doing. So this way I can show you guys that here's a USB, and here it is plugged in. Now this is a fabric cord, which is excellent, but it's already kind of tangling itself. Here is our mouse. It has DPI settings here, a scroll wheel. Obviously it's clicky. It's got 2 side buttons and then your mouse clicks. As far as the feel in your hand, it actually feels pretty good, surprisingly. The weight is really light. If you like a heavy mouse, this is not the one for you. So there's that, and then there's the keyboard. Now the keyboard, wow, that's a lot fatter than what I thought. Let's get that out. I'll talk about the keyboard in a minute. It does come with this. The keyboard has RGB. I don't think it's programmable. There's just a bunch of series of button presses you can push to have it cycle and wave and do all that. I'm not as interested in that as I am in just seeing if this works. So we can box that back up, through that there. Onto the keyboard. So it's USB. I mean, it's a standard keyboard, but it is very cut down. The cord is about 3 feet long. The first thing you're gonna ask is, what about the buttons? So let's see how tactile the buttons are. Actually, that's not bad. So they're not super tactile buttons. So if you're used to a true PC gaming keyboard, this is not it. Like you can hear, makes a little bit of noise, but there's lots of throw here. And I can show you when I push this button here, look how much that moves. It moves a lot, and the contact point is right about there. It's not pro level, but keep in mind, this and this and this and this, I got that all for, I think it was 25 Canadian dollars. So it was on sale. If you want the white one, they wanted 30 or 40 bucks or something, but this was everything, including the adapter, for $25. For comparison, the other adapter that I used in the other video, that was $30 for just the adapter. And then you may remember I had to steal my son's gaming mouse just to be able to test it. So now I've got my own mouse, excellent, and my keyboard. And the next thing to do, head on over to the computer and give this a try. So we'll do a quick cut and then we'll jump over there. Okay, we've got the PlayStation 5 hooked up. I'm feeding it through a capture card, and now it is time to just set up the regular setup. So what I'm gonna do is figure out where my cord is. There it is. So I'm just gonna plug this into the front of the PlayStation, like that. I'm going to plug the controller in like that. And all I'm gonna do is press the PS button and load up the PlayStation software just like normal. This is your standard setup. Now, this is exactly what you would do if you're playing your PlayStation 5. You'd probably go wirelessly, so now we're gonna boot up Rainbow Six Siege. This is the PlayStation 5 copy of the game. We're just gonna probably try to skip through a bunch of the intro videos because I've never played the game. So you can tell because I'm getting a cutscene. Now, luckily it's gonna let me skip the cutscene. Please wait while we connect to the Rainbow Six Siege servers. I just want to show you guys that the game works with the PlayStation 5 controller, which you probably don't have any doubt of, but let me get in here. Now, since I've never played the game, I think it's locking me out until I play at least the tutorials. So I'm gonna go into play tutorials. I'm just gonna get that to boot in because is it forcing me? Basics, master the basics. And then we'll switch over to the mouse and keyboard here. So I'm gonna skip this. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, and then your health's on the bottom. Got it. So the controller definitely works. Now it is time, let's plug in our Besavior. So the way we're gonna plug this in, we need the controller still. So we're gonna plug the USB cord here into the side of the Besavior U5. We're going to plug this end into the PlayStation controller just like this. So all we've done is unplugged the controller from the PlayStation 5, plugged it into here, and then I'm gonna plug this into there like that. Now, if this works, right now I can test this. The controller should still work. Now it does, okay? So the controller is still working, that is good. Next, what I'm gonna do is, what we need to do next is get this guy and connect it up. So we're gonna undo that. Now I'm gonna show you all the connections. I'm not gonna do this one yet. Let's do the keyboard first. So we're gonna plug the keyboard into one of these USB ports. Just like that. We're gonna plug the mouse. Now, you're gonna be freaking out over the amount of wires on this thing, but it is what it is. We're gonna plug the mouse in, just like that. Now, because I'm using the Besavior U5 dongle, I should not need to plug another controller into here. We're gonna try it without. If it doesn't work, then we'll try it with. So next I'm gonna plug in the USB-C into the side of that. Now that everything's all connected properly, we've confirmed that this controller is working. We confirmed that it showed the USB connection at the top. If it did not show a USB connection, something's wrong. You want to go back and check this connection. It must show, so watch, I'll show you guys again. So it is disconnected right now. When I plug this in and then press the PS button, you can see, well there, you can see down here. It shows the USB symbol to show that it is connected wired. Okay, it has to show that USB symbol. If it does not, then you are not on a wired connection and the next step is not going to work. So now this is all ready to go. I should be able to just plug this in here like this, just like that. That's gonna blink and then this should work. And it doesn't, still doesn't. So now we'll make sure this still works. Interesting. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. So I've overloaded the circuit. Now let's start it all back over. It's got this port right here. This is a USB-C port, and that is for power to the dongle. So I'm gonna plug that into my PC because I don't have anywhere else to do it. And then we'll plug it in to here. And then we'll press PS button on here. Now it said wired, okay? Now, this is no longer blinking, it's solid, and that makes me think that if I move this mouse around, it's gonna move on the screen. And look at that. I can't shoot yet because it wants me to do something. So here we are, I'm using the... Now my settings are, do my DPI. Press O to crouch. So C is O on here. There we go. And C. And we'll crawl. What am I supposed to do to that guy? What is the shoot button? That should be shoot. Okay, I don't know what the fire button is. Does it have a thing on here? Now this supposedly has a headphone jack. I thought it had a headphone jack. It doesn't seem to have a headphone jack. Unless it's on this, which is unlikely, but no. Okay, bear with me. We know that this mouse works, okay? I don't need to show you guys where it's connected at. So the short answer is that yes, you can use a keyboard and mouse on games like Rainbow Six Siege using the Besavior U5 adapter and something like this. Now, I know most of you are gonna say, well, does it work without it? We're gonna try it right now. So I'm gonna go like this, I'm gonna unplug it, unplug that, and unplug that, and I'm gonna unplug that. I'm gonna take this right out. Now, here's the trick. So this is supposed to be plugged into here for this to work. So here we are with the PlayStation controller plugged in, and then we'll try this plugged directly into the PlayStation 5. Here you can see it's blinking. Now it's solid. And let's see if I push that. No, so I don't know if you can see this, but that's just lighting up, and I can't push any buttons on there. It just keeps saying controller is disconnected. So even though this says it's all connected, I don't know We'll just make sure none of these buttons are supposed to do something. None of it's working. The light's on to say that we're good. I don't know what that just did. That just cycles between different RGB colors, I guess. So it does not work, but as soon as I go like this, now again, this is gonna get a little confusing, holy. So we're gonna plug the USB cord in to there. I'm gonna plug this into there, and then we're gonna plug our power in to here, and then I'm gonna plug this into here, and then when I press the PS button, it says connected. Now, unfortunately, this has connected wired, so I gotta go DualSense, turn off. Let's unplug that and try this again. Then we get that so that it's USB port, and then we plug this in like that, and then keyboard and mouse fully supported. Now, you can use your favorite mouse, you can use your favorite keyboard, as long as you have one of these kinds of adapters. I will put a link in the description to the U5 dongle. I'll put a link to this exact adapter that we used for this video, and the keyboard and mouse that we used for that combo, if that's what you're looking for. If you have a Xim, and you have like the Apex, or you have any of the other Xim devices. Now, some people say that the Xim Matrix works without using the U5 dongle. I'm not sure if that's true. It might be true, but if it's not, this is what you need. If your controller option is no longer working, this is the device that you need. Hope that helped. There's a ton more videos about the Besavior U5 dongle and a bunch of other PlayStation stuff on this channel. Check it out if you want. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.